What is going on, Browns fans? Welcome back to the Cleveland Post YouTube channel. I am your host, Justin Harold, and we have some breaking news within the day. If you guys have not been on Twitter slash X or on Bleacher Report or any news providing source, Deshaun Watson is going to be undergoing season-ending surgery on a broken bone in his shoulder. I believe it is the same shoulder that he had all the previous history with this season. Just got done listening to part of it's still going on as we speak, but I got the most important information from the Andrew Berry press conference as of right now. That being one, that Kevin will disclose who will be the starter later on this week for the Steelers game. Obviously, life rolls on. We will have someone to play against this week. But the second biggest piece of information that I was able to gather from the Barry conference is that they will have a third quarterback be brought in. They feel that that is important, whether that's, two guys active and one guy on the practice squad, or if it's someone who could step in and be the starter. Andrew Berry did not disclose who they're looking at, what they're looking at in terms of a guy who can step in right away, a guy who just fills the roster spot. But obviously, we have 8 games left in this season. There's a lot more to this is a talented roster, and the season doesn't stop just because Deshaun Watson goes down with a season-ending injury. We've dealt with the injuries at the quarterback position all year long, which means we do have to discuss who will be the quarterback moving forward. QB1, will it be PJ Walker? Will it be DTR? Will it be ex-quarterback from free agency? I'm going to go over some of the guys that I think are candidates. Let's just get it over and done with. No, Tom Brady is not going to come and play for the Cleveland Browns. I know that that's one that people will float out there. I don't think it's realistic, so we're just not going to talk about it. Moving on to the more realistic ones, I have 3 guys in my head that I think are likely. They're proven. They're known commodities. And you can take it however way you feel. First, I'm going to go with who I think is the safest option. I don't know that I don't know what his criteria is for coming back and playing, but Matt Ryan would be the first choice that I go with. Obviously, he's an experienced player, has been to the Super Bowl, has played in playoff games, has won playoff games, has won big games. And just has a great knowledge of the football game, the quarterback position. And as of right now, it's just a commentator, I believe, on CBS or one of the other broadcasting platforms. That being said, I think he'd be the easiest one to bring in and have the most success of the safe options, I'd say. The second safe option that I've thought about and is more recently played in successful scenarios is Colt McCoy, who was previously with the Cardinals, someone who Browns fans know all too well. He has had a better career as a backup, kind of journeyman quarterback than he did when he was with the Browns. Something not to the extent of Geno Smith revitalizing his career, but someone who improved after his time here in Cleveland and improved as a quarterback. Again, it doesn't need to be said that a quarterback who comes into this situation will not have to do too much in terms of their actual level of play and what they can provide to this team. Just need someone who's competent. Just get someone who can score the football and not turn it over in the red zone. Those are the 2 safe options. The third option, and one I'm a little partial to because I've always had a soft spot for this guy, and I know there will be a lot of controversy with this one, is Cam Newton. Now, I think Cam Newton emulates pretty much everything about Deshaun Watson. And when you put that into perspective, I think if you had a game plan going into this season based off of what Deshaun Watson can do, I think it would be very fair to bring in a guy like Cam Newton, who has very physical or very similar physical traits, very similar quarterback traits, and honestly kind of just goes with the vibe of what this team is currently riding in terms of excitement, just overall jubilation in terms of what the defense brings on a consistent basis, and can happen with the offense once it gets going. So I know that Cam he's the opposite of Colt McCoy. He's a guy who, as his career has gone on, has not played as well as he has in the past, hasn't played up to the MVP levels he has. But again, like Matt Ryan, has won playoff games, has been to a Super Bowl. All of those things are very important because at the end of the day, this is a Super Bowl caliber roster. The defense is there, the coaching is there, just about everything. When we play complementary football, we are one of the best teams in the NFL. And unfortunately for the Steelers week, you're not going to have X quarterback that's not named on the roster right now roll out there, but you will be rolling with either DTR or PJ Walker. My guess, it is going to be Walker. Jeff and I will definitely get back on here, do a preview once we have more information and everything about the situation. But if I can leave you guys with anything, it's just that the season rolls on, and no matter whether Deshaun goes out, Nick Chubb goes out, Jack Conklin goes out, Jacob Willis goes out, Jacob Phillips goes out, DeWande Jones goes out, all these, Denzel Ward goes out. It does not matter. This team is very talented. It's very well coached, and it's built for right now. And even though it's unfortunate that Deshaun went out, the season will roll on. We're not doing another throwaway season. We're not here for that. The fans will show up Sunday loud as ever and support whoever's at quarterback. But we're going to roll. And I think that the Browns are capable of continuing to win games in nitty gritty fashion. And if that's how it has to be this season, that's how it has to be this season. But nonetheless, we will be back. We will be here. But thank you all for making, the pulse of it all. And make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, leaving comments. Who do you think we should go out and get? Who's a quarterback that I didn't list? Obviously, there are plethora of quarterbacks that are left, but if there is someone that you guys have in mind that might be a better fit than the guys that I mentioned, please let us know down in the comments. But with that all being said, we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.